1860 to the 1900s, three major events happened. We've got the Kalamazoo case of 1864, the Morrill Act of 1860/1861, and the Committee of 10, which happened in about 1893. So first we're going to talk about the Kalamazoo case. So basically this farmer in Michigan protested having to pay money to provide education to all children. He had the ideology that if he could pay for his kids, that's all that mattered, and everybody should only have to pay for their kids. The problem with this ideology is that it's very selfish, and it doesn't promote the idea to educate everybody in a society, but more so like if you have the ability or the funds to pay for education, cool. If you don't, well then you get stuck in poverty with that ideology of thinking. Basically, at the end of this case, the court ended up ruling that he had to pay his taxes for the public schools. And basically we have what we have today, how we all, pay our taxes, and it goes to the education system for all children. So that brings us to the Morrill Act. The Morrill Act of 1860 to 1861 provided land given to townships. On this land, people could sell or build schools or colleges, which often many people did. There were conditions, though, if this land was used to build a school or college on. If the land was sold to endow colleges, the land-grant colleges had to accept high school subjects, and the curriculum was much more broad-based. The curriculum also featured liberal arts. Subjects that were considered inferior were also taught at these land-granted colleges. Near these land-granted colleges, a lot of HBCUs, historically black colleges, were also later built near these land-granted colleges. Next, we have another major event of the 1860s and 1900s was the Committee of 10. This Committee of 10 was chaired by Charles Eliot in 1893. He was the president of Harvard. He hoped going into the committee that the Carnegie unit would be eliminated. He felt that the Carnegie unit restricted the choices of students. The committee was made up of public school administrators, and high school curriculum needed to be more flexible, which is why Charles Eliot wanted the Carnegie unit to be eliminated, because the curriculum wasn't as broad or flexible as it needed to be. After the Committee of 10 had their meeting, they didn't result in the elimination of the Carnegie unit. They got together and discussed and contributed, and the contributions that the Committee of 10 did later led to a more diverse curriculum that we have in schools today. And it brought the concept of flexibility to education.